Welcome to the kingdom. The Humble King Podcast, where real kings speak with purpose. We level up only, let's go hop it.
Expectations are heavy. Some expectations come from family. Some come from society. Some come from school, pressure, responsibility, or the future itself. But often, the heaviest expectations are the ones people place on themselves. People want to become successful quickly. They want life to make sense immediately. They want clear direction, certainty, and proof that they are moving forward. And when reality does not match their expectations, frustration begins to grow. A lot of people silently carry pressure every single day without talking about it. They feel pressure to succeed, pressure to make people proud, pressure to figure life out early, pressure to stay strong even when mentally exhausted. And over time, that pressure becomes heavy. The problem with expectations is not that they exist. Expectations can motivate growth. They can create discipline, responsibility, and ambition. But when expectations become unrealistic, they stop helping and start damaging peace. Many people begin believing that their value depends entirely on performance. They feel worthy only when they succeed. They feel confident only when they achieve something. They feel accepted only when they meet certain standards. But that mindset becomes dangerous because life is unpredictable. Everybody experiences setbacks. Everybody experiences confusion. Everybody experiences moments where progress feels slower than expected. And if a person's entire identity is attached only to success, failure begins to feel personal. That is why emotional balance matters so much. You can work hard without destroying yourself mentally. You can pursue goals without losing your identity. You can carry responsibility without constantly living in fear. A lot of pressure also comes from comparison. People constantly compare their lives to what they see around them. Social media, success stories, achievements, money, appearance, popularity, all of it creates unrealistic timelines in people's minds. Someone sees another person succeeding and suddenly feels behind in life. But comparison removes perspective. People compare their private struggles to somebody else's public highlights. They compare their beginning to somebody else's middle. They compare timelines without understanding the different circumstances behind them. Everybody's journey is different. Some people grow quickly. Some people grow slowly. Some people struggle privately while appearing successful publicly. That is why comparison creates unnecessary suffering. It convinces people they are failing simply because their progress looks different. But progress is still progress. Even small growth matters. A person learning emotional control is growing. A person rebuilding confidence is growing. A person improving discipline is growing. A person surviving difficult seasons without giving up is growing. Not all progress looks dramatic. Sometimes the strongest growth is invisible. Expectations also create fear. Fear of disappointing people. Fear of failure. Fear of not becoming successful enough. Fear of falling behind. And fear affects mindset deeply. Fear makes people overthink constantly. Fear makes people doubt themselves. Fear makes people hesitate even when opportunities appear. That is why confidence matters. Not fake confidence based on attention or approval, but stable confidence built through self-awareness and discipline. Real confidence comes from understanding that your worth is bigger than temporary outcomes. Failure does not erase your value. Slow progress does not erase your value. Confusion does not erase your value. Human beings are still learning throughout life. Nobody has everything figured out completely. Even people who appear confident are still growing internally. That understanding creates patience. Patience is important because life rarely moves as fast as people expect. Most meaningful growth takes time. Discipline takes time. Emotional maturity takes time. Healing takes time. Stability takes time. And trying to rush growth usually creates burnout. Burnout happens when people push themselves constantly without emotional recovery. They begin believing rest is weakness. They ignore stress. They ignore emotional exhaustion. Eventually, the pressure becomes overwhelming. That is why balance matters. Rest matters. Peace matters. Mental clarity matters. Working hard is important, but destroying yourself mentally is not strength. Sustainable growth requires balance between ambition and emotional health. Some people become so focused on achievement that they forget how to live peacefully. They chase goals endlessly but never allow themselves to appreciate progress. Nothing feels enough because their expectations constantly move further away. That creates emptiness. Success without peace eventually feels meaningless. True growth is not only about achievement. It is also about emotional stability, maturity, self-respect, and purpose. A healthy mindset understands that life is not a competition against everybody else. Life is personal. Everybody is learning through different experiences. Some seasons of life feel productive. Some seasons feel confusing. Some seasons feel painful. Some seasons feel peaceful. But every season teaches something valuable. Difficult seasons teach resilience. Quiet seasons teach patience. Painful seasons teach strength. Peaceful seasons teach gratitude. Nothing is wasted if you learn from it. And that mindset changes how people carry expectations. Instead of viewing pressure as proof of failure, they begin seeing pressure as part of growth. Instead of panicking during uncertainty, they begin trusting that life develops people gradually over time. That does not remove pressure completely, but it changes perspective. Perspective changes everything. A person who believes every setback destroys their future becomes emotionally unstable quickly. But a person who understands setbacks are temporary develops emotional endurance. Endurance matters because life will continue testing patience. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be responsibility. There will always be moments where life feels heavy. But emotionally grounded people survive those moments differently. They do not allow pressure to completely destroy their identity. They remain steady even when circumstances become difficult. That level of stability creates strength, not loud strength, not attention-seeking strength, quiet strength. The kind of strength built through patience, self-awareness, discipline, and perspective. That is why expectations must be carried carefully. Ambition is important. Goals are important. Responsibility is important, but peace matters too. And protecting peace while pursuing growth is one of the most important skills a person can develop. Because success means very little if it costs your mental health, your identity, and your emotional stability completely. Real success is balance. Balance between ambition and peace. Balance between discipline and rest. Balance between growth and gratitude. That balance creates long-term strength. And long-term strength matters more than temporary pressure. At the end of the day, nobody's journey is perfect. Everybody is carrying something internally that the outside world cannot fully see. That is why people should learn patience not only with others but also with themselves. Growth takes time, healing takes time, confidence takes time. And becoming the person you are meant to become requires patience with the process, even when expectations feel heavy. Because pressure may shape people, but it does not have to break them. And learning how to carry expectations without losing yourself emotionally is part of becoming stronger mentally. That is the lesson behind the weight of expectations.
Welcome to the kingdom. The Humble King Podcast, where real kings speak with purpose. We level up only, let's go hoppy. Go hoppy. Go hoppy. Go hoppy. Go hoppy.